Revival House Network.
And don't like the brags, I don't like the boast. They like hot butter on the breakfast toast. Watching flicks, talking chicks, I like to motorboat. Can Riverman make it, yo, a check? Nope. So look at all these movies I got. Commenting like, should we watch them or not? And I know they just be acting for cash, but I still got one question to ask. Like, why'd he do that, do that, do that? If that was me, I'd be like, screw that, screw that, screw that. I'm an alpha, I'd eat through that, through that, through that. So why'd he do that, do that, do that?
Howdy, everybody. BTM commentary of the Revival House Network. Zach and myself, Aaron. We are back again, continuing forth on our Patreon choice.
Oh, yes.
Not even month anymore. It's like by month. We're doing 2, right?
We are doing it twice. You're gonna die twice, as they say, motherfucker. As proclaimed in the great No Sex in the Champagne Room by one of the greatest singer-songwriters, Chris Rock. Amazing.
Oh, yeah. And this comes by way of our glorious Patreon supporter. I don't know what we should call you, man, because you go by different names. You got Plemke in our Discord, and I know you're a different name on YouTube, and I don't know. I guess I need to see what your name falls under on the Patreon.
He has many aliases.
Yeah. Well, he's a complicated person. I get it.
Exactly.
Zach, tell everybody what we're doing.
We are doing my favorite Martian. Whoa! Whoa! Hell yeah!
Isn't it fucked up, man? Don't you wish we could go back to putting music back on our podcast? Remember we used to do that?
Very Chad, exactly.
They
they took it from us.
And that would have been the perfect song to inject into this one.
Fucking like a cum in a pussy.
So we're continuing forth with the Patreon Choice Month. So that's a reminder for anybody that's on Patreon. Get us some submissions. Throw them on the comment that the post on the Patreon. I know we already have a slew, though. We technically already, I think, have enough to fully complete this month. Then we might give it a break and bring it back real soon. But also, for anybody that's not on the Patreon, check out the links and stuff that we have posted everywhere. You want to support us for $2 a month, you can force us into watching stuff like My Favorite Martian and whatnot. And also, before we get rolling, if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, wherever you are, free feeds, YouTube, I don't care. Make sure you're liking the video, please. If you're on YouTube, do us that solid, and that'll help us boost in the algorithms. Likewise, if you're on free feeds, podcast services, give us a review over there, right? That's going to help us. And of course, subscribe if you're first timers and hit the notification bell. With that said, we are watching My Favorite Martian, and if you guys have Disney Plus, that's the easiest place to find it. And that's how I'm watching it. Zach's watching it another way.
We paused it as soon as Walt Disney Pictures came up, the logo, all fully formed. As soon as pictures faded in, we paused it, baby.
Okay, yeah, exactly. All right, so if you're on Disney Plus, which I think that's how most of you would follow us along, that is 7 seconds into that version. Okay, so we're going to get going. Get your fingers ready.
And your cocks.
Get your pussy fingers ready. All right. 3, 2, 1, play.
Well, I turned into a Martian. Whoa! Furry Chad, what's the best old school Misfit song?
I don't know. They're all good. I mean,
fucking Spinal Remains is very donk. Fucking Hybrid Moments is very donk. Fucking Chad songs.
I mean, obviously.
What's the worst fucking early Misfits song? That's probably easier. Fucking like London Dungeon, I never gave a fuck about. Fucking
London Dungeon, I think if it sonically sounded a little bit better, would be heavy as fuck. Because I've heard that song in videos of them performing it live and shit, like from those most recent concerts. And there's bands that have covered it, and it sounds thick. I just think it suffers from the production, but.
Sounds very girthy.
I don't know. They don't have any bad songs. They're just. I mean, obviously their output was pretty short lived, relatively. So I mean, you can't go wrong with just throwing on either collection and just letting them run front to back because it's got almost everything plus all the shit they didn't release on albums, right? So like, is it Die Die My Darling? Was that on official release or did that come out on the rarities and B-sides? I can't remember. Or was it
that was on Earth AD, yeah. Never cared about that song either, really.
Oh, you don't like that one?
It's my least favorite song on that album, actually.
what is it? What's the one I'm thinking of that's kind of well known, but it wasn't on an album. I don't think it came out till later. It's the Last Caress. Last Caress wasn't on official release, right? That showed up later on like a rarities and B-sides, yeah.
And the one fucking American Nightmare wasn't on an actual album until that one. Oh, we talked over the opening where they fucking they couldn't make it any further, so they turned around, and just before they were getting ready to discover the alien life, we could have been there. We could have saw it all that time, and we fucking gave up right before we got there. Very low T on NASA's part.
Hey, it's Biederman from fucking what's it called? Blank Check, right? And he also played the Ebert lookalike in Godzilla, right? The Godzilla directed by that fucking guy.
Fucking Godzilla.
You know, that one guy.
Roland Emmerich.
That one guy, Roland Emmerich, that's right.
It's very, true to what's going on right now. We just had another Godzilla movie.
I watched it.
We can all join hands and remember that fucking Roland Emmerich movie everybody was so excited about, and then quickly just didn't give a fuck about once it dropped.
That movie and its excitement, it went away as fast as P. Diddy came and went, right? In his hotness.
Oh, P. Diddy, he's still here, baby. I still rock to P. Diddy. I would fuck P. Diddy all time.
No, seriously though, Puff Daddy or P. Diddy or whatever, was he really ever that relevant? I mean, except for like a couple of years, he had a couple of. What songs did he really have? Bad Boys for Life, is that it?
Amazing.
And that fucking that Biggie Smalls tribute song with the sampling of the Police, is that it?
He made the band on MTV though.
Oh,
he used to make the band. Remember that show?
Yeah, I remember that. And didn't he like come up with that girl band or something? Dream or something stupid like that?
The Firm. That was Dr. Dre. The Firm flopped though.
The Firm?
And they fucking
The Firm was a
the
Firm was a band with fucking Paul Rogers and Jimmy Page.
You're thinking of some bootleg fucking Firm. That was the Firm was a chick band, baby.
The Firm was Paul Rogers and Jimmy Page. A super group.
You're thinking of a fucking bootleg band.
I got you.
The Firm flopped. Fucking, and you been the reason Dre ain't been getting no sleep. So fuck y'all.
All y'all.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go. So set us up with this movie, man. I watched it for the first time this week, and I saw that you have seen it. I follow your Letterboxd. Had you already seen it previously, or did you watch it just for this viewing?
I never saw this. I remember growing up at one time, I was at friends' house, they were fucking flipping through channels, and they laid on this, they were like, my favorite Martian's on, and I just remember like one scene from the movie. I just remember Christopher Lloyd going around looking like a fucking hermit, and like thinking like, oh, I've never seen this before, and then I don't remember like seeing it that day. I don't remember like if we sat there and finished it, but like and I never saw it till recently. And fucking Elizabeth Hurley right here, bub.
Yeah, hey, it's Milo isn't that Milo from Good Morning Miss Bliss?
Fuck.
That black guy?
Amazing.
I think that's what I think it's Milo. I don't know, but
Milo fucking, he got canceled because he was on a podcast talking about how it's cool when fucking priests molest children or something.
Are you talking about the gay Milo guy? Wrong Milo.
Yeah. Oh, Milo's an ex-gay now. He's doing conversion therapy.
No. What happened to Milo? What happened to him? Yeah, he just kind of dropped off.
He's back now. He's doing the gay conversion therapy. He's all like, I'm ex-gay now. I'm been cured.
Really?
It's his newest way to try to make money again, I think. Very Chad.
He really did drop off, though. I feel like the last time we really heard anything about him was the first time Trump was running for election.
That was the reason. If we were talking about the reason Dre fell off, now we're talking about back when fucking Milo fell off. Fucking all coming full circle.
I'm actually curious to see what the guy's up to.
I didn't make that up. It sounds made up, but he really is an ex-gay. He wants to open up conversion therapy camps.
New York Post. Milo Yiannopoulos, however you pronounce his name, says he is ex-gay, wants to rehabilitate conversion therapy. Okay.
YOLO, Minneapolis.
And this is so funny. It says he is sodomy free. Quote.
Fucking beta, what a pussy. See, how are you gonna fucking talk about sodomy being a sin? Like, fucking getting a blowjob is a sin? Fuck you.
Hold on.
I like blowjobs.
Right-wing provocateur Milo Yiannopoulos has come out as ex-gay, announcing that he would like to help rehabilitate what the media calls conversion therapy over the next decade, according to a report. The 36-year-old British political commentator, whose speeches and writings often ridicule political correctness, social justice, and feminism, declared himself no longer gay and, quote, sodomy-free. Okay, interesting.
He said his boyfriend has been demoted to just house something, house guest. So basically, they're still fucking.
I like this. Yiannopoulos Snuffleupagus, who once said that sex between 13-year-olds and older men, quote, can be life-affirming, told the outlet that he is now leading a daily consecration online to St. Joseph. Quote, when I used to be a kid and I only became, when I used to kid that I only became gay to torment my mother, I wasn't entirely joking, he said. Oh, so now he's trolling the whole time? Is that what he's trying to say? He never liked the dick?
He was born to be a troll. Born to raise hell. Born to raise hell. This is what we do. We do it real well.
Yeah. Of course, I was never wholly at home in the gay lifestyle. Who is? Who could be? And only leaned heavily into the public because it drove liberals crazy to see a handsome, charismatic, intelligent gay man righteously celebrating conservative principles. Snuffleupagus continued.
Amazing.
That's not to say I didn't throw myself enthusiastically in degeneracy of all kinds in my private life. I'm turning into Australia now. I suppose I felt that I kind of deserved it all. I'd love to have said it was an all an act, but I've been straight this whole time. No, wait, that he wishes he could say that. But even I don't have that kind of commitment to performance art.
It's pretty funny though. He says like, "Oh, I'm an ex-gay," but then says like, "Oh, I'll never be cured." It's like alcohol.
Yeah,
like,
I guess
alcohol's. That's a weird way to look at things too. What do you think about it? Like, oh, you're always broken and you're never gonna heal. Fucking. That's
right.
Shitty.
I want to break apart that quote one more time. That's not to say I didn't throw myself enthusiastically into degeneracy of all kinds in my private life. I suppose I felt that's all I deserved. I'd love to say it was all an act and that I've been straight this whole time, but even I don't think I have that kind of commitment for performance art. Talk about method acting.
That's just fucking sad. That's sad. He fucking hates himself. Fucking man up, Milo. Just suck a cock and love it. Like, you can suck a cock and fucking be free. It's a beautiful thing.
Are you gonna print that shirt, suck a cock and be free?
Exactly.
That's so funny. Asked about how he decided to become sodomy free, Snuffleupagus said, 4 years ago, I gave an interview to American Magazine, which they declined to print. It's taken me long enough to live up to the claims that I have made in interviews, but I'm finally doing it. Crikey. Anyone who's read me closely over the past decade surely knew that they've seen this coming. I wasn't shy about dropping hints in my New York Times best-selling book, Dangerous. I heavily hinted I might be coming out as straight in the future. Crikey. Wow. Yeah, that's right. Didn't that book get scrapped? Like, I remember that they pulled it from publishing, like, before it even went to the press. There was a whole thing. And I think, is that not where the 13-year-old kid and man thing came into play? He said that, and they're like, well, fuck, we can't print this book.
Well, he said, yeah. We're seeing our boy's alien form, though. Very dank. He looks cool.
He looks like Mac and me. That's what he fucking looks like. Oh, shit, I accidentally paused it.
Fucking beta.
Oh, well.
Now you're going to be out of sync.
Like for 2 seconds, yeah. It happens, you know.
Fucking, you're 2 seconds off. But yeah, imagine like we're seeing our boy, his fucking face and stuff. He's got like crazy shaped head and shit. Oddly enough, that alien does resemble Christopher Lloyd. They did a good job. Like, I would fucking hang out with that alien. I'd smoke a fucking big bowl, a fucking dank nugs. He'd probably smoke my whole sack up. He's got like fucking, like, maybe he's like got 8 mouths and shit. He's alien like that. We just can't see all of them. But like, fucking, yeah, our boy. He just fucking like hawked a loogie, a space loogie on her fucking cigarette. He knew. Like, he's like, this shit's gross. It's going to give you cancer. Elizabeth Hurley, stop smoking. It's going to give you cancer.
Yeah, look at him. So you're seeing him right now, right? The 3 eyes. I was trying to get myself in the same place, and I think I did.
He's got the fucking third eye squeegeed right in the center of the forehead.
Hey, Plemke, the man himself who requested the movie, he's right. He's saying he's got that third eye. He's enlightened.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
You think he listens to Tool?
I hope not. I'm just kidding. I like Tool, but old Tool.
Old Tool.
Old Tool.
Old Tool. See, look, he's so fucking adorable. I just want to fuck him. Fucking chew up his gobble gums.
And they made him look kind of like Christopher Lloyd, where he's got those sunken in cheeks and shit. I think This whole plot point with the gum is fucking weird. But
Yup, they needed a way fucking for him to. Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that whenever the fucking he becomes Elizabeth Hurley, baby. And then you know what's weird though? He becomes Elizabeth Hurley. He mimics her body, so he looks like her, and he doesn't immediately start fucking like finger banging. Like fucking looking in the mirror, fucking grab a dildo just to fucking fuck yourself while looking at Elizabeth Hurley's titties just bouncing up and down.
so what would you do if you were Jeff Daniels and like I said, you were pining for the Elizabeth Hurley character and you found out your Martian friend could take the form of all these people? Would you be totally cool with him taking the form of her so you can fuck her, him, her?
I'd already done it, like as soon as I found out.
Oh, okay.
Fucking, I'm surprised, like, whenever they were in the fucking TV studio and you realize, like, oh shit, you can do that. They didn't just fuck right there. Like, does it really matter if the world knows there are more Martians, baby?
I don't know.
I mean, we should just let them know.
When this movie came out, I think I was just a little too old or a little bit over it because this came out in 99, right? I think I was 13. So I don't know. Maybe I wasn't 13. I guess I could have watched it, but I was watching a lot of these live action Disney movies when I was more like in elementary. That's when I sort of met my quota on the Mighty Duck series and all that stuff. And it just kind of missed me. And I think it was 2 years before this that Flubber came out, right? And I saw that in a dollar theater. And but yeah, I think I was over it. I need to rewatch Flubber actually. I saw that was on Disney Plus.
It's flying rubber. It's Flubber. Fucking the best thing about Flubber is he puts little pieces of Flubber on the shoes of the guys that playing basketball and they can jump real high. Very Chad.
And does anybody even like call bullshit on that? They just let the game play out. Like, hey, these guys are that good.
It's amazing because like throughout the movie, he's like they're making a point that like, oh yeah, you can't control Flubber. It doesn't just bounce up and down like a bouncy ball. It's going all over the place, diagonally, fucking just all over the place. And fucking he puts it on the bottom of the shoes, and it helps him jump higher all of a sudden. Very Chad. That's sound logic on the filmmaker's part. That was our boy fucking Home Alone scriptwriter. Fucking Hughes.
Yeah, John Hughes, yeah. Well, did he have a part in this too, or no? Maybe not.
In this movie?
No, it's just Flubber. My bad. Flubber.
Oh, yeah.
This movie's based off an old TV show from the 50s, I think. I know it was the black and white era.
It is, and I never saw it. Like, I was wondering, like, did that ever make it to, like, a Nick at Night or anything like that?
No.
But I guess, like, yeah, they kind of put in kind of incorporated the old actor into this movie. Did you recognize that or notice that? I'll bring it up when he shows up.
Okay.
Yeah, our boy Christopher Lloyd. He's a Martian. He's got a dank leisure suit.
And we got
slurring my words over here.
And his jacket's alive, and it's voiced by none other than '90s icon Wayne Knight. Right?
I don't even know who that is.
Wayne Knight, dude. He's fucking Newman from Seinfeld and fucking the guy from Jurassic Park, right?
See, you should just go by Newman. I know who that is.
Dennis Nedry from Jurassic Park.
Exactly.
How do you not know that voice?
I knew I like recognized it, but I just couldn't place it.
He was also on Third Rock from the Sun, and he was just all over the '90s, man. Always doing voiceovers and shit. Just has one of those voices.
So I gotta say, like, at this point in the movie, I was watching it, about like the first half of it, I was like, man, this is really hitting a nostalgic bone, even though I didn't see this growing up. I'm enjoying this. But then it gets towards the end, and it kind of falls a little flat for me. But like, yeah, I can see why people like this, and I probably would have liked it like if I saw it at the right time.
I feel the same way. I mean, me watching it for the first time as an almost 35-year-old dude, I can see the appeal, but it's also very formulaic. It's you know exactly how the movie's going to end, where it's going, and all that stuff. And I don't know. I mean,
one thing I noticed is that fun fact: the suit was always supposed to be like sentient and like walk around and shit, but he was always like he never like in the script had a voice, and they decided to give him a voice and make him a wisecracking like one-liner guy in post-production. And I remember like while I was watching, I thought something seemed tacked on about him, like they're not reacting to any of the lines he's really saying.
Oh, that stuff was tacked on after. Okay.
Yeah, like giving him lines and stuff.
Yeah, I gotcha. I found myself laughing at a few of the his name's Zoot, not Suit, but Zoot. I found myself laughing at some of his lines, right?
Oh yeah.
In the dressing room and shit, and when he saw the jacket on the rack or whatever, and it's kind of cute and funny, but
You think like see, he's like the kind of thing you need because like he could just like jump on you and like he can control your body so he can like make you masturbate and like you don't have to. It's like you're still doing it, but like, you know, you can just relax your arm and shit. He's going to make you do it. Very Chad.
I
That's
think
got to be the reason he was created in the future. Like whatever future fucking our boy comes from, you know, in the Martian, like on Mars.
Those stupid fucking TV antennas on his head. I swear, when he reveals himself to, what is it, Elizabeth Hurley, it's like, yeah, he doesn't believe it, but then she sees the antennas out of his head. She's like, oh my God, like that convinced you? Those shitty fucking things that got said that convinced you that this guy's a Martian?
What else would that fucking say? Like either he's a fucking Martian or a television set. Fucking, what are you, like 2 IQ or something? Fucking, come on, Aaron.
I don't know. So they must have done like a test screening and like, yeah, this guy not talking. There's just too much dead air. We need something. Or if they needed more zingers for the kids.
Yeah, so he was talking to him the whole time, but the suit didn't talk back.
Mm.
And yeah, the early fucking CGI, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. At least watching it like on the copy I'm watching, maybe in HD.
Yeah.
It looks
no, it looks totally fine. Like I really think CGI peaked about 15 to 20 years ago. Like it didn't get too much better than this. I mean,
if it did, they don't like utilize it because it's like fucking. We're gonna say, you know, outsource this and fucking, you know, get it done real cheaply. Daryl Hannah. This is our second movie with Daryl Hannah, I think.
what was the first movie we did with Daryl Hannah?
Actually, I don't think we did it. Yeah, we just mentioned Daryl Hannah, and I thought like, oh yeah, we did a movie with her in it. We did Blade Runner on the Cinema.
Oh yeah, you're right. Hot take: she is not attractive.
Fucking beta. I would fuck Daryl Hannah.
She looks like Jeff Daniels with long hair. They look the same.
Fucking Jeff Daniels is a sexy man.
They're like that those couples that look like brother and sister. That's 100% the vibe she gives. She got a big head. It makes me feel uncomfortable. You know,
she's a fucking smart one. She got a high IQ.
You know, and this is 1999. Daryl Hannah really didn't have much of a career going here, so it's kind of. Yeah.
Her in Blade Runner with that fucking weird punked out makeup. She was a bub, and she was a babe in fucking in the Little Rascals movie. She was a tilf.
Oh, the teacher.
A tilf.
Miss Crabtree. Yeah, I get it. Well, in this movie in particular, she doesn't really look very good.
Yeah, I think they're trying to make her look nerdy.
But she's supposed to be sort of played down, right? This nerdy. She's supposed to be a nerdy chick that's like a Trekkie and.
Yeah.
You know, comic booky and shit. Like, okay. Anyway. Zach, did you fucking have a heart attack?
You are cutting out, Aaron. But I assure everybody listening that you are saying something very entertaining. I'm sure.
No. I lost you. I was talking to you, man.
Fucking Chad. Whatever Aaron just said.
Oh, fuck. Can you not...
Aaron Hubbard, a.k.a. the bourgeois boy. And I'm your boy, Kid Kelvin.
Can you hear me?
Which reminds me, like, we need to, at some point, we need to, like, do more covers. We need to release a new covers album, and I need to do Ball with a Ball so that I can do the, my name is Kid Kelvin.
Hello?
And I can do, like, get with the kid, the COVID, dicky, dicky, dee, suck a dicky and come on my titties.
Yo.
Something like that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
I just got out of the room and came back in. Now you can hear me.
Now I can.
No, I thought I couldn't hear you because you went mute for like 2 seconds and then you came back and I was talking and you were just like, okay. I mean, everything was running. I don't know what's going on. The movie's running. The recording's running. You know, it's weird shit.
See this character right here with the glasses on. That's the guy that played the Martian in the series.
Hold on. I missed it. Let me. Oh, that's Mr. Hand, right? From Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah, so at the end when he says that, like, oh yeah, I came down here back in the 70s, he was referring to the series, like they're tying it in.
Okay, so it's tying it together, like he was left behind, he's still there from the 70s.
Because they didn't get a final episode apparently on the original series. It must have got canceled while they were waiting in between seasons, like our boy Ash.
Hey man, I don't know what's going on, but I can't hear you.
We got Ivan Reitman though, Rickman or however you say his name,
Bullshit,
in a
man.
very small role. You think like, fucking, was this before he had a big name or what? Like he's just kind of here, disappears, like doesn't have a big role at all. He's like in 2 scenes.
Hey,
Very Chad, the Ivan Rickman. I would fuck him
yo.
with that voice. You ever see him like he's in Dogma and he goes full frontal and he has no cock. But like that just crushed me seeing that as a child.
All right. Hey guys, I'm back. You can hear me?
We can now, baby.
It's bullshit. Every time it'll work when I close down the Discord and come back. I have to shut it all down. But so it's not my connection. It's a Discord thing, I think.
I found out what was making my shit run all weird on Discord.
What?
They did an update and like they moved the that thing you can check. It's like, oh yeah, fucking let us hardware acceleration, so like we can use all the resources on your computer to make it run more smoothly. Because before I had it unchecked, then they updated it and it became checked again, and they moved it to where it was in a different spot to find it, and I unchecked it again. So hopefully that fixes that shit.
I don't know, but Discord's acting fucked up because it's a Discord thing 100%. But anyway, we'll see. Reading some of the comments here. Might have Aaron cut out, might have to redo. Nah, I'm sure Zach was keeping you guys entertained while I was fixing the shit.
Only the fucking most entertaining shit left these lips, babe. Just like whenever I spit the cummies back into the mouth of the man I'm kissing.
I
afterwards.
didn't get to comment on Wallace Shawn. Yeah, Wallace Shawn's like Disney fucking royalty, I guess. Toy Story. He was in what's that? House Arrest and shit like that. And yeah, so you were talking about the guy who was in the original show, and it wasn't really coming through, but I get what you were saying. It was closing the loop, like nudge, nudge, wink, wink, that he was the guy from the 70s show or the 50s show.
They need to finally make an Alf movie and tie up that fucking loose end where he's just sitting on the fucking, like, he gets caught by all the FBI agents and the fucking it fades out like a to be continued, and they never fucking finished it.
So that guy,
what happened to my boy fucking Alf?
if he played the original Martian, he also played Mr. Hand in Fast Times, which is to me the most iconic role.
Was he Mr. Hand, the guy that got fucked by the horse and like his innards collapsed and he died?
Was his name Hand? That guy?
Yeah, for some reason they referred to that guy as Mr. Hands or something.
That's fucking weird. What a weird tie-in.
Yeah.
No, but he also was in that really shitty movie that has a following for some reason, Rad. He's that rich guy that supports the kid, right? And, gives him money.
I've never seen Rad. It's on my watch list. It's got Aunt Becky in it.
It does. The movie's not good. I don't get why. It is total 80s overload. I'll give it that, but it doesn't make it good. But some people just has a cult following. And if you look up shit on like the reviews and stuff on Letterboxd, they're really, really good. And I'm like, I don't get it. So you should watch it. I think it's streaming somewhere right now, and just tell me if I'm crazy.
It's got a big, huge following, like fucking Breaking.
I think it's just people that grew up with it or something, and they have a fondness for the 80s because it is cheesy and stuff like that. And they say rad a lot, right? And stuff like that. But it's not a good movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's not good at all.
Yeah, this chick right here's got a crush on our boy Uncle Martin. They call him in the movie. That's our boy fucking Christopher Lloyd though, and he's very Chad.
They call him that in the show too.
Oh yeah, you think Christopher Lloyd is fucking Yeah, well, I was gonna ask if he was related to Lloyd Kaufman, but yeah, you can see that's my dyslexia coming out on the show. Very low T, basically.
Is he? So what would have worked if you weren't dyslexic is he the grandfather of Jake Lloyd?
Exactly.
That works.
But nobody wants to be the fucking related to Jake Lloyd.
I wonder what Jake Lloyd's doing right now, like right this second. Is he taking a shit?
Snorting crack off
Snorting crack?
A fucking huge ass cock, hopefully.
You ever think about that? Random people in pop culture, like what are they doing right now? Like what are they doing while I'm talking and saying this? What are they doing? Are they having dinner? Is Jake Lloyd eating a Stouffer's mac and cheese dinner? Right, while watching YouTube videos? What is he doing?
Hopefully he's all about that Chad lifestyle.
Look, this is weird. And she's all about it. He's licking her fucking hand and
yeah.
she's like, no, don't be sorry.
It's like that's what they do. That's how they shake hands in Mars. Fucking, isn't that weird how like, do you think the COVID is gonna change, like the fact that we shake people's hands? Isn't that weird that became like, yeah, whenever you meet somebody new that you don't know, always grab their hand, the thing you know they wipe their ass with. That's so weird.
Yeah, and you have no idea. Well, in theory, it's fine, but you have to trust that everybody's kind of like washing their hands right after and stuff, but nobody does.
And as we can see, fucking they don't.
But
see, we need to be like China where they do the bow. You don't touch anything. You just bend down.
But you don't want to be too over protective and clean and shit like that, because then you can't build up an immunity to stuff. Right? In China,
the vaccines will build up our immunity, baby.
I mean, in China, they're fucking disgusting, but they're all running around and alive till the age of fucking 500 years old. I mean, their cities are so dirty. I would watch.
They wear those masks too, though.
Not maybe 1 out of every 3 people, but I would walk through the streets and I would see people come out to the front with a fucking can of trash, and they would just dump the can over on the trash onto the curb. They would throw this because it's like, okay, well, this is the city. Who gives a shit about them? Maybe it has something to do with communism. I don't know. But they just dump their fucking trash on the curb right in front of their fucking store, and they go back inside.
That's why communism is the answer. And you know that for sure.
I'd watch, this almost looks like Malachi. You're a woman. It's not him, but it looks like almost like it's his brother or something. Maybe his son.
That's his brother Ace, as you can see on his shirt. That's Ace.
No, but I would watch, in China, it's like every other establishment is either like a laundromat or nail salon, hair place, or Chinese restaurant. And I'd watch people doing fucking nails and hair, and it was clearly their business. It'd be like a mother while their fucking little toddler was in the gutter on the curb, right, in the front of the store, playing with nasty ass mops and shit they would keep outside. Just filth, man. And that's this kind. Dude, I watched Chinese guys. They use the bathroom in the street. They're dirty, right?
Amazing.
Sounds awesome. And you know what else is very commonplace there too? Is they blow snot rockets. That's kind of gross.
Oh, yes.
I'm saying that's kind of gross here, right? I mean, people can do it in private, I get it, but they don't give a shit. Right, the first time I stepped off, I got from the airport and I took a bus from the airport to where I was ultimately going to stay.
It's like you said, it's building the immune system of the earth that they shoot it on.
The first time I got off a fucking bus, man, when I got to my part of town, this guy riding a bike right past me blew a snot rocket.
Stacy
blew a snot rocket right on my shoe, man.
Oh yeah,
that was my first impression of China. And then I remember being at a crosswalk waiting at a light for a whole bunch of people to, flood. It's packed. It's China, mind you. Just tons and tons of people waiting to cross the street. And this guy just whips out his cock right next to me at a red light.
Did he shoot his nut on you?
No, he whipped out his cock and just started pissing on fucking corner, on this busy street corner.
That's the fucking Chad mood. See, basically blowing a snot rocket, like your cum is basically just cock snot. I mean, it's not that much different.
Dude, it is cock snot.
I say we go for it.
Dude, and then all the little kids, very, very, very common. They walk around with their parents, these little toddlers and these babies. They have little ass pouches like you have on like onesie pajamas. And their parents will pull them off and let them take a shit right in the sidewalk. Right? And that was just normal.
Fuck it. I thought you were going to say for easy access. That's a fucking, that is not a funny Play-Doh joke. Fucking,
did I fucking lose Zach again?
Fucking, yeah, I can hear you, baby. But this chick right here, she's a Stacy. Fucking, hell yes. Fucking, this leisure suit will get fucking canceled because he smacks her ass unprovoked. What a fucking asshole. He just fucking completely ruined his career, basically. That's why you never see him in another movie. Yeah, she's very Stacy. I'd hit it. And then quit it. But then I'd call her back, like, probably like 3 years, and I'd be like, oh, I hear you're in the 813 again. You want to fuck? Maybe call me sometime. I'll come over and blow some dick snot on your chest. Also, I'm bald now, basically. You gotta do that. Fucking very Chad. See, that's a reference, and you get it if you were in our Discord. Fucking very Chad. The good shit. We only post the dankest shit in our Discord.
Nothing happened at all.
Nothing happened there. Yeah, fucking nothing. We didn't have to resync the movie at all. Fucking Aaron didn't just disappear. Fucking leave me hanging with my cock in my hand and no one to fucking put it in. Fucking very low T.
Yeah, Discord's fucked, man. That was not an internet issue. That was not a PC issue. That was Discord. 100%.
Fuck yeah, if it does it again, we're gonna have to turn off the hardware acceleration on your end too.
Is that so? You think that issue's related to mine too?
I don't know. Like whenever we were getting ready to fucking stream, I looked at like all the fucking like memory that was been eaten up, and the fucking Discord was using every fucking gigabyte of the memory I had. Very low T.
So maybe when we're done with this recording, you can show me that, and I can just make sure everything's straight for next time. But yeah, if there's any more problems during this podcast, we'll have to do it. Yeah, so that's what I was talking about before we started up recording again. But he opened his asshole. Here's Beans, dude. That's Beans from Even Stevens.
Yup, our boy, fucking the Chad himself, dude. Look at that Chad ass jawline on Beans. You ever notice that?
Yeah, he's got a weak ass jaw. He's got no chin, man.
No, that is the chattest fucking jawline I've ever seen on a human.
Yeah, but
oh, hell yeah.
So the Zoot,
and then our boy fucking Christopher Lloyd just out chatting.
Isn't that like right on the edge for something that's supposed to be children's comedy when the Zoot just spread open his gaping asshole and farted? Like he opened up his asshole and made it gape. It's a little
hell yeah,
a little much.
That's sexy. It's very sexy. I kind of like this little gum thing, even though it's like, it's only in there as a plot point, but it made me want gum. And I was like, I want this gum though. They should have, merchandised, had the My Favorite Martian gum. Very Chad.
Or it's kind of a missed opportunity for product placement, Oh
yeah. And it gives you these tentacle arms. Very Chad. You can jack off. Like, imagine all the different ways you can stroke your cock with those tentacles.
I'm sure you'd be inserting it into your ass.
Exactly.
That girl who kind of works there is kind of cute.
That's what I was saying. I said she was a Stacy as you were dropping out, baby. And our boy Zoot,
I remember that was in the trailer.
He ruined his career because he slapped her ass.
Oh yeah.
When he comes out.
That was in the trailer though. I remember that, right? When he said Zip Patrol. He's chewing the gum.
Oh yeah.
Because that's how you sell your movie. You put that in the trailer.
Can you have you ever accidentally fucking zipped up your cock?
Yeah.
I can name one time I know I did it, and it wasn't fun.
Yeah, and
it was one of those like it felt like it was worser because I didn't get the shaft. I got like the fucking head of it, like, and I just like lightly like zipped into it. It's like It's like a fucking like a fucking electric shock to the cock. And it's like, oh.
I wonder. I think Riverman did it in high school. I think he did it pretty bad.
Dog.
Because mine wasn't anything I didn't recover from like that day, but it hurt,
Fucking Riverman pulled a something about Mary on himself.
Look at this old guy, this fucking dilf, right, bouncing his titties.
Oh, I love those tits.
Look at that.
Imagine fucking them bad boys.
That was actually pretty funny when she said he should have a top because he got them titties.
Oh yeah, very Stacy.
Pretty funny. So yeah, when I was talking about the Zoot suit, spreading open his fucking asshole like that, and we got Plemke in the chat saying kids movies can't do that anymore. It made me think of that new Space Jam trailer that came out. And I posted something in our Discord if people are in that. But yeah, it's so funny, man. They have Pennywise because it's a Warner Brothers property. They have Pennywise in Space Jam. But why can they have a child murderer character, but they have to cancel Pepe Le Pew? Because Pepe Le Pew's not in it, right? He got canceled.
Pepe Le Pew's very rapey. He always fucking that cat. Fucking always getting that white shit on its back.
Pennywise is the eater of children and rapist of men. That's what Pennywise is.
Way better. That's way less fucking cancelable. Cancelable.
Because it's only cancelable if you're raping kids or women. But if you're a rapist of men, self-proclaimed, it's fine.
If it's a cartoon character, it is off limits.
But if it's a real life actor portraying it, yes.
Exactly.
It's just selective outrage. It's always so funny. I mean, Warner Brothers would have never gotten rid of Pepe Le Pew. It's just the social media brigade that goes after something and then they have to react to it, right? That's who the people went after, was Pepe Le Pew.
Did you ever see anybody going after it though, or was it just all I heard was just I heard they got rid of him, and it's like
there was a certain people started going after Pepe Le Pew. So I mean, if people went after,
it's always people on Twitter though. It's always people on Twitter, which makes up like 10% of the fucking population of the world, and out of that 10%, like 2% are the people tweeting regularly. Why would you fucking think you have to take them seriously?
People on Twitter, man. I mean, they keep feeding these people, right? And it just gives them more power. They shouldn't have that kind of power. But I mean, it doesn't matter who it is. If there was a group of people on Twitter that created a hashtag to cancel Pennywise or get him out of Space Jam for the same reason, they would bend to it and do it, right? Like, okay, whatever, we think this is fucking dumb, but let's airbrush him out of the movie, right?
Very low T. See, we need to,
because at the end of the day, they're like, well, we want to make money. We don't want people to go see our fucking movie.
Exactly.
It's not even cartoons, man. It's like 3D. Did you see the trailer?
I haven't. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, it's not for me.
You know what though? There's a big fucking conspiracy third eye squeegee type of thing going on Twitter. People that call themselves Lola Bunny truthers. They were like, I am a Lola Bunny truther. Her tits were never very big. It's all fucking romanticizing your mind. They post a picture where she's at a weird angle where her tits don't look nice and milky, like big fat milkers, and I'm like, you lie. You lie. You try to ruin my childhood. She had the biggest, fattest tits, that bunny. Very Chad, Stacy.
Plumkey is typing in the chat. I'm going to read what he's actually having to say because it's relevant. He said, most people in Hollywood think murderer characters are more redeemable than potential rapist characters. I mean, it's true. That might even be in real society. When Twitter canceled Nostalgia Chick, whose real name is Lindsay Ellis, he says, a week or so ago, they said, nah, we didn't cancel her. She canceled herself. Fucking what? LMAO? They canceled her intentionally. No one cancels themselves. Yeah, I get what they were saying. Like, no, you did this to yourself type of thing. But I don't understand. I don't even know who that is, by the way.
I think she was one that was just like, I ain't fucking dealing with it. I don't want all these notifications. So she just like temporarily deactivated her thing. Maybe they meant that. It's like she'll come back whenever she feels like it. See, that's the thing. We basically just gotta wait it out. She's a movie critic, I think. Yeah.
But what did she say? What did she say that got her in this hot water with the fucking...
Does it matter? Is it ever anything worth doing it? Like, it's never like... It's like 8 years ago, we found a picture where you said something sort of derogatory. It could be construed as sort of derogatory. We don't know if it really was. But fuck it, we're mad now. Very low T.
I'm Googling her because I have no clue who she is.
Oh, look at this. This is fucking, he discovered ice cream and he's going fucking nuts. This is me on my cheat day. I need to get off the ice cream. I've gotten to the point where I have had a day where I have eaten 2 gallons of fucking cookies and cream ice cream.
Wait.
2 gallons.
You said you had a day where you ate 2 gallons, or what? Is that what you said?
I have gotten to that point, yes.
Ooh, yeah, you need to turn back now.
That is so much. That is so much.
When was that?
Cream.
When was that?
Fucking a couple months ago. Like, yeah, if I just like, cause it's like, oh yeah, it's my fucking cheat day. I'm going to do it. And then it's like, I got to the point where it's like, I'm going to get it the night before so I don't have to go to the store. And then like, anytime I do that, like my body does, like I keep psyching myself out and I can't get a good night's sleep because I keep waking up like fucking every 2 or 3 hours. It's like, I want to go eat that ice cream. It's my cheat day. I can't. And it's like, no, it's not fucking, if I eat it this early, I'm just going to get hungry, later on in the day. And then whenever I do that, I get hungry later on in the day. I'm like, oh, fuck it. I'll go get another gallon of fucking cookies and cream ice cream.
And your cheat day gets extended. Your cheat day becomes longer. It's like in the 2 I mean, this is where
at that point it's like, oh, I got fucking 6,000 calories over. I can't eat for like 3 days this week, and then I'll be good. It's like, if it's like fucking, that's too much ice cream, baby.
That is. So that's when you have to turn back. At least you realize, because it's easy when you incorporate quote unquote cheat days or whatever, man. That's fine, but it's like when you start breaking away from a routine, it becomes a slippery slope, you know? And then it'll just get worse and worse. Like you said, you're eating 2 gallons of fucking ice cream, which is, I don't know how anybody eats 2 gallons of ice cream. How do you eat that in a day?
Fucking very carefully.
And if you think
And
that's
I'm
only
lactose
6,000,
intolerant, so I feel like shit when I do it.
if you think 2 gallons of ice cream is only 6,000 calories, man, you got another thing coming. How is that possible?
It's 6,000, not counting the 2,000 of the day. So it's like 6,000 calories I got to make up the rest of the week by like
So
either exercising or just like not eating for like 3 days. Like just picking 3 days out of the week.
don't fucking starve yourself. Just basically cut your losses and be like, okay, well, I'm gonna nip it in the bud. So me, I intentionally kind of let myself be relaxed the last couple of weeks because I was eating really fucking clean and in a pretty big deficit for almost 8 months. And for me, I feel like, well, if I'm gonna keep this going, I have to give myself a break. So whatever. So I said, fuck it for a few weeks, like 3 weeks. And then tomorrow, starting Monday, I'm going to be back hard again. But now I'm ready for it again. So it's a weird, big psychological game you got to play with yourself. But I think it was important though, because I was starting to feel rickety. Like, man, I need to fucking eat some wings or something. Because it just eventually gets to you after 7-8 months or whatever. But now I've been liberal with what I've been eating for a couple of weeks. And now I'm kind of sick of it. Like, I don't really want to fucking see that shit anymore. So now I'm ready to go back to eating lots of eggs and egg whites and chicken breast, and I'm good.
Eggs are donk. You hear that new vegan egg product, Just Egg? It's called.
Yeah.
Did you try that? It's like plants.
No.
Apparently it tastes like egg, but like I'm getting that information from all the podcasts that are shilling the fuck out of it, so it might be shitty. But I saw it it's in the egg aisle, even though it's not really egg. And I was like, man, I want to try it.
They lied to me.
But yeah.
That's not, Plemke says, who's that Scarlett Johansson looking babe strapped down? Come on, man. That's the fembot. That's Vanessa. My one true love.
I would say Elizabeth Hurley in her prime was better looking than Scarlett Johansson, baby. She actually still looks good if you saw that recent picture of her.
Yeah, she still looks good. She was in, I don't know if she had work done or what, but when she was in, was it Passenger 57? The Wesley Snipes movie, right?
I've heard of it, never saw it, yeah.
Oh, is it Drop Zone or it's Passenger 57? Drop Zone, no, that's a different one. Yeah, so she is in Passenger 57 and she's a stewardess that is one of the bad guys, like a communist or whatever. It's basically Die Hard on a plane. It's even hijacked by Germans and everything.
She's not a communist, though. I got a fucking red pill her on the communism.
She's got super thick caterpillar eyebrows. She wasn't plucking that shit. And she may or may not have had a slightly different nose. I'm not sure, but she definitely got better looking. This is in the trailer, too. Him in the bathtub.
He fogged up them glasses.
Look at that. Look at that in the bathtub.
Oh,
no.
Yeah, you're a little bit ahead of me.
Yeah.
You can pause it for like 2 seconds if you want.
Yeah, I'll do it real quick.
This is a good scene. She walks in on him because he's like, he's a newspaper or a news reporter. So it's like now he's trying to, I'm gonna, I'm making friends with this Martian. I might as well get a story out of it. So he's filming him, and then that chick that's like got a crush on his Uncle Martin. She's outside getting rid of her trash, and she's like, "What are you doing up there?" He's like, "I'm watching my Uncle Martin take a bath and filming it." Very Chad. That's what you do. That's hot shit.
Yeah. What if he was stroking his alien cock?
Exactly. I want to see it.
I was gonna say though, really quick,
they never touch on that in like alien movies.
I was gonna say though, yeah, like how do the aliens in the Alien, Ridley Scott movie, how do they procreate? Is it just because the queen? Like, who fucks the queen? Right, the queen produces the eggs, but even in like bee culture and shit, where there's a queen and a hive, there's drones or there's bees that are there and ants and shit that are there to just fuck the queen, right, and just be mates and impregnate her.
Yeah. Remember when I was telling you about that impregnation, fetish people have, where they get the alien cock dildos that like they can make those Jello eggs and they put it in their vaginas, and then they implant eggs into their vaginas. It's like, oh, they're made of Jello so that they decompose. They don't get stuck up there. You don't got to worry about that. There are people that like get into that, like, oh, I want to get impregnated by an alien with this big dick that's like shaped like a horse dick and gets in there and lays eggs in me. It's like, we need that in a movie form. We need to see that in live action.
Yeah, I wonder how the xenomorphs though. Where's their cock? How do they impregnate that queen? Because somebody's fucking her down there.
That was a good scene too, where he's like, "Oh yeah, we're going to sleep," and then he immediately turns on the light, like, "Oh fuck, oh you slept for 2 seconds. 2 seconds. I knew I needed a lot of sleep. Damn."
Yeah, it's like I knew I was tired. Yeah, or whatever.
See, that's what we need in the future. We just need less and less sleep to the point where it's like fucking. We just got like 2 seconds of sleep. See, this might be one of the most expensive made movies I've ever seen have a day for night shot scene in the movie. This is clearly daytime, and they
Filtered it.
Yeah.
Is that all it is?
Very
It's just like a little filter.
Yeah, they lower the exposure, and then like sometimes they have like a bluish hue to it.
Because it's supposed to be morning time, right at dawn.
It's the low budget way to make a nighttime scene whenever you don't have enough money for lights and shit.
Discord question for you, Zach. Ever heard of male pregs, men pregnant fetish?
I haven't.
That's
Sounds
weird.
sexy though.
How do you even pull that off? Like, do you fuck a guy? Are you supposed to, is the woman fuck the guy and then he puts like a pillow under his shirt and pretends to be pregnant? I don't get it.
Oh yeah.
But I wanted to put a lid on the dieting thing though. I want to say the way I treat it as if I'm going to go long term, it's worth the sacrifice of laying low for just a few weeks. And even if I put on a few pounds, it's totally worth it. Because before I was stagnant, and 3 pounds is worth getting over a plateau and being able to go longer. You know what I mean? So for you, don't starve yourself. It's like whatever. You slip up. You ate a lot of ice cream for a few weeks. Just call it your reward. You know, a few pounds backslide is worth an extra 10 pounds. You know what I'm saying? It's worth it. If you think of it like that, it's all mental. And if you think of it the other way, you'll go into a downward spiral and just get worse.
Yeah, real quick, this scene is a lot like the scene in Back to the Future where Doc Brown was watching the video of himself doing the, like, the 1.21 gigawatt. He's talking about it, and he walks in and he keeps rewinding it and playing it. Very Chad. But yeah, I was gonna say too, I was thinking about the other day. I was like, yeah, this is like I've had like 3 times in my life where I tried dieting for real, like really got serious about it, and like this one's the only one that stuck. And a big reason is probably because I had my boy Aaron to go to. Like fucking back in the day, I remember like basically every time I'd hit that plateau and I'd just be confused and like I'd end up giving up. But this time I saw it coming, and I knew it'd be interesting to go back and listen to those old commentaries where I was going through that and talking about all that shit. Very Chad.
You said A-Rod? Who?
Aaron Hubbard. My boy.
Me?
Hell yeah.
Or somebody else? So
you.
Yeah. So you just gotta. What was I gonna say?
Count Chocula.
It's all about longevity, right? I mean, you can't have just a crash diet because you're doomed to lose a lot of weight and then put it all back on and even more. There's nothing, you gotta be able to sustain whatever the fuck you're doing for the long haul. So some people do it differently. Some people are able to, balance their shit with workouts, and it's just all about knowing your body. Some people can eat on the weekends. They can go out and eat they can go out and eat a fat burger and call it good. Or some people are incapable. I'm not capable of that. If I go out and just eat one meal on the weekends, it's a burger and fries, my whole day is shot. I end up it's a mental thing. I go on a bit of a bender for the day and say, fuck it.
Yeah.
Or, I'm more of the guy that needs to go hard, and be pretty strict until I can't take it anymore. And then I'll just give myself a couple of weeks to say, fuck it. And then, whatever your system is and helps you mentally wrap your mind around it, do it. But you have to be able to do it long term. Athletes do it. Athletes don't when it's the off season. Athletes aren't going to the gym like they're training for the games. They're not doing it, and they're eating a little bit more. Right? They're working out less, lighter. They're eating a little bit more. Because they know half the fucking year they have to tighten the screws on their diet and they have to work out extra hard, so they treat themselves the other half of the year, right? We
need to do the fucking Deus Ex fucking future shit where we can modify our bodies, and like we need to fucking round up our fucking like calorie intake. Like I want it so I can eat 30,000 calories a day. We're gonna be like Arnold Schwarzenegger when he was doing all of his fucking weightlifting. He could max out 2 pies in a fucking day in a setting. Very Chad.
Yeah, but he didn't do that every day, exactly. And that's
Look right there where his head falls off at the bottom of his head, his neck. It looks like a cock. Like the fucking rounded edge of his neck. It looks like fucking just a big circumcised cock. Oh, fuck me. Daddy.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, he said, basically, don't deprive yourself. So he would train super hard and he would do all the nutrition and all that shit. But he said, he's like, there would be days where him and Franco, right, the other bodybuilding guy's best friend, he's like, they would have these days every now and again where they just were craving fucking sugar and pies, and they would go to this pie shop and they couldn't resist it. They don't know why they wanted it, but they had to dominate just fucking a couple of whole pies themselves. And it was a mental thing. As long as he knew, wait, I need this. I feel like, but I didn't let it go carried away. It's like he didn't eat pie for the rest of the week necessarily, right? He would get back on it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm inventing the fucking augmentations from Deus Ex where we can up our calorie intake, get rid of we don't got to worry about getting diabetes either. Fuck that. We're getting that gene out. Very Chad.
And keep in mind, Arnold Schwarzenegger is a big motherfucker who obviously requires a lot more calories, and he was pumping a lot of iron. So, Dwayne Johnson's the same way. If you follow him on Instagram or whatever, he has a massive cheat day every week, and he always glorifies it and posts it on his Instagram and what he's eating.
Look at that. I didn't notice that. The street shark right there. See
the
that?
street sharks. Hell yeah, man. I never noticed that either.
What if Vin Diesel just walked in and started fucking playing with it?
Why does Jeff Daniels have a street shark?
Because he's a Chad.
But anyway, yeah. What was I was saying something.
What is it? I was trying to think. What does Vin Diesel say? Rocky Balboa action. He fucking just goes. He spurgs out at the end of that commercial. There's nothing better than watching Vin Diesel spurg the fuck out.
I don't remember. Look at the sweet effect of a guy sitting behind the couch with his hand over.
Very Chad, exactly.
No, but check it out. Check out The Rock's Instagram and just his cheat days, man. He eats insane. He's a big fucking dude, and he works hard 6 days a week. And on the 7th day, he drinks a whole fucking bottle of tequila. He has this giant stack of pancakes that's 300 pancakes. It's insane. He gorges himself. But then so that's his routine. It's all about getting a routine. So if you can mentally train yourself to be like, hey, look, I'm gonna fucking be super diligent, hardcore 6 days a week, but then I'm gonna, earn my cheat. If you can keep that up, good for you. But
yeah, it may it's worked for me. It makes it I look forward to fucking the weekend, and then I look forward to when the weekend's over to go back to normal. And then it's for the weekend.
But I've been there too, though. It's easy. Over time, though, it's easy to get a little comfortable. And like you said, all of a sudden I might catch myself. Oh, my cheat day just started going into the next day, and before you know it, it's 2 days, and before you know it, it's
it did start I was starting sometimes I was just I'm just gonna start eating some ice cream tonight before I go to bed, so I'm not waking up every 2 hours wanting some ice cream. Very low T.
But it's all a mental game. That's it. Because I have an addictive personality, so I do better going all or none. That's me.
So now I basically just don't get it the day before. I'm just when I will wake up and I feel like eating ice cream, I will drive to the store and have to go get it. So I have to at least wait till I'm fucking not groggy enough to get in the car and drive there. See, this is a good effect. He pulls his head out. I would fucking immediately start fucking that mouth. Fucking, this is actually Christopher Lloyd's second Disney movie after one of your favorites, baby. Fucking Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Exactly.
Which technically Disney, right? It was Touchstone, owned by Buena Vista and Disney.
Mm-hmm.
But they it was too dark at the time to be under the Disney brand. But now they have Roger Rabbit at Disney World, so they embrace it now.
Why do you think the Martians started circumcising their neck fucking holes whenever they come off? Why didn't they leave that longer skin to hide that fucking...
Dude, sorry, I have to interrupt you. I like how she walked in and saw that frozen still from the Martian in the bathtub, and she just has this shocked look on her face oh, I got him. I'm like, no, if I walked in and I saw that on the VCR, I'd be like, why are you watching Mac and Me, dude? The movie sucks. Why would you think that's a fucking Martian?
She knew by now though, because the scientists had kind of like clued her in on it, so she knew what she was looking for, and she probably skipped a couple frames, made sure it wasn't a movie before she took it. See, this is kind of weird. Hannah, she gets there and like she sees Elizabeth Hurley leaving. She has no reason to think they did anything, because technically it's like she wasn't getting dressed when she walked out. It was just like, oh, she's holding tapes as if she just went there to get some news footage or something. So it's kind of weird. You could tell like, oh, this is a kid's movie. We can't have them like walking out in a risque situation or something like that.
Risque. Man, she got her heart played with, man. Don't fuck with a 6'5" Amazon woman's heart. She looks like she could fuck him up.
Exactly. That's what you want in a woman.
You don't see how they look like they could be siblings? Like if they were cast as siblings, would you buy it? I would.
They could be. I always liked fucking Jeff Daniels. Like seeing Jeff Daniels in movies, it always like, oh, I kind of like it. It's kind of a plus in my book. I always like Jeff Daniels.
Yeah, he's in
I want to have a big dank glass of Jack Daniels with Jeff Daniels and ask him fucking to talk about life, if you know what I mean.
You ever see The Lookout?
I haven't.
Watch that. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. It's got Jeff Daniels. He plays a blind guy, but he's good in it, and the movie's good.
Oh, yeah. I still want to see Joseph Gordon-Levitt make a podcast called Levitt or Leave It. Clever pun.
Well, he was also in Looper with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He's like that boss or whatever of the Looper place or something.
Fucking the one guy.
Looper's good. I'd like to rewatch that.
Fucking one guy that went on to do fucking Star Wars. Oh, I can see down your shirt. He did that Star Wars movie that everybody got mad at because he did stuff different. And they were like, this is too different. Fuck you. After they were complaining that the first reboot movie was too much like The New Hope.
The same.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a Star Wars guy, but I watched all three of those, and the second one everybody hated. I'm like, it was a Star Wars movie to me. It was Star Wars. It was fine. It wasn't any worse or better than anything else, except everybody was complaining about the scene where they go to this gambling planet in that second one, and like that was just totally pointless and brought the film down. I would agree. Like it was just fluff. Like what is this? Get rid of this whole fucking scene. But that third one was pretty terrible though.
Oh yeah. He just shrank it. Did Daryl Hannah. Very low T.
So why is her dad is Biederman right there? Why does his daughter, right, have an English accent, but he does not?
Fucking his mom, the mom. He was dipping in that foreign poon, and she just took after the mom, baby.
I'm being asked, did I like the singing fat alien lady in the gambling scene in The Last Jedi? No, I don't remember anything about that, to be honest with you. But I just remember I hated all of that gambling planet or whatever. See,
wouldn't this be nifty if you could just like take off all your body parts and fit your head in like a carrying case and like smuggle yourself in? Like you would never have to like, oh, I never have to pay for like an expensive hotel room. I could just buy, one bed or fucking, whatever. And, one person, I guess it don't matter. Like you're only paying for the bed. If you want to share a bed, we don't give a fuck. Who knows?
You can become
it made sense before I said it.
You could become a cop detective, like, what is that, Damon Wayans in that Living Color skit where he's just a head, or was that Keenan Ivory?
Exactly.
Which one is that? Remember he's just a head and he's got feet and hands?
I never watched In Living Color.
Okay. They need to put in Living Color was Fox. I wonder why nobody's put that on a streaming service. I mean, Disney Plus owns it. Man, it just doesn't really fit on Disney Plus, but...
You know what? I found out how I always say exactly when I'm just like stumped and don't know what else to say. I'm basically like I could I came up with an idea because you're the what's it called, the MF Coom. I'm the fucking Mac is like fucking he's like a Coomer fucking troll guy. He had that meme. I need a meme. And I remember for that Halloween stream we did, I was actually thinking about showing up with just my face painted gray, and I was going to be the NPC meme. and just draw like the line and the fucking nose, the pointy nose. But I can be the NPC meme. I can take a picture and just fucking gray out my face and draw that weird little face and just put exactly underneath it because that's when I'm in NPC mode. Very Chad.
Yeah, I approve the message. Do what you got to do.
You don't understand the meme talk, do you? You're like fucking NPC meme. What the fuck's that?
I know an NPC is a non-playable character. I mean, that's about all I got.
Exactly. That's what it's based on, babe. Very Chad.
Okay. Is this where he's dressed like the chick man, where he totally doesn't take full opportunity of the situation, full advantage?
They don't even fuck. They don't even fuck.
She should be sitting on a cucumber right now.
Exactly. I would. Isn't it weird though how you never see him chewing gum whenever they're just talking in the random scenes, but like he just has to chew gum as soon as he goes live, and for the guy to notice it and tell him to spit that shit out. Why not just have it in your fucking tongue like you've been doing throughout the movie?
Yeah. Or does he have to chew it? Does he have to constantly be chewing it?
He must not, because we don't notice it any other time in the movie.
Oh, okay, you're right. You're right, because he technically always has it in.
He has to for him to keep the shape.
That's a bit of a plot hole, I think. You think he'd always have to be chewing it noticeably because you kind of forget the gum's a thing then. Because you're right, when he's like talking and shit, it's like he's not chewing at all.
So now he has to be chewing it so that they can notice it and take it out. So we have this scene where it's like, oh no, he's transforming on camera. Hopefully they don't notice.
I mean, they don't have a problem that she's wearing fucking a jumbo t-shirt and old man khaki shorts and
no, she's got that just woke up fucking out of a nice fuck session and now I'm wearing my boyfriend's t-shirt look. It works.
Yeah, I know, but that's not a problem.
Oh yeah. It just smashed the gum on the bottom like that. See, I thought she was gonna have to like put a bunch of them in her mouth because she don't know which one's which. See, I'm referring to her as her now because it's Christopher Lloyd and now he's a woman. I'm very woke. Very woke. The pronouns have changed with the gender. So don't fucking ruin my career sometime in the future.
Okay.
When you listen to this. Exactly.
All right, nobody notices him under the desk?
Exactly. He's very Chad.
Fucking gross, man.
He could just sit down there and eat her out and they wouldn't even know. Fucking turn into that.
Eat him out.
See, she changes to a woman now. I got the pronoun changes. But he's got to look for that gum. See, how did they not see that? How did they not see that?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did.
He just doxed her.
He was the only one that was paying attention, I think. She looks like she's in front of a green screen on this. Why would they have to do that, though? Very weird shot.
Oh, I don't know. It just kind of looked like there's a blur effect behind her. I don't know about that.
Oh, titty dance.
Feeling hot, hot, hot.
See, that's exactly what you do. You fucking turn to that. See, he knew what to go to when he was pulling out. We talked over it, but he got fired at the beginning of the movie. But now he's back, and they don't seem to care.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, I don't really...
Like, I remember when I was watching it, I was like, why did he get fired? Or was he just, like, venting when he said he was fired, and it was just like a...
No, because when he was... I think he was on the line at the beginning, but then he gave him that last opportunity. Something about an alien or whatever, and it basically said, if you don't...
But did he get fired?
Yeah, then he got fired.
Did he get fired because... He
got fired.
Yeah.
He got fired because he took his...
Did he get in trouble because of the beginning?
He did when he,
Go ahead, there's like a lag.
Sorry, yeah. When he got in trouble when there was that whole scafu with his daughter and shit like that, and he's talking to the van saying, "You're so beautiful." I don't know.
Yeah, like I was like, he got fired over that? That was like, they could just cut that out.
No, that's not how he got fired. He didn't get fired because of that. He was on thin ice, and then he begged him for another shot, and then he said, "Yeah, something about something," and he gave him like 24 hours and something about the alien thing, and then he went out with her again. Remember, in the car, and that's when and then that's when he found Christopher Lloyd and all that shit, and whatever. He got fired. He got fired on the phone. I already forgot.
He got fired because he like veered off the road and found a little toy, and my girlfriend or my daughter came back. And I'm mad now.
Yeah, basically.
He's got a surfboard. We never see him surfing in the movie.
But yeah, he got fired over the phone or something.
Exactly.
What?
You're gonna cry in the car.
That's a good point, man. Discord. What if he was eating her out under the desk and her puss turned into Christopher Lloyd's dick?
Oh, that just adds to the cum.
Can you imagine?
That would be a good, like, I was thinking, like, we were talking about that Arm and Hammer guy.
Yeah.
On the last live stream, and you were reading through him, and there was a point where he said something like, oh, head rush. And then, like, I didn't think about it at the time, but later on I was like, so was he choking himself while he's doing it? Was he one of those guys too? Like, like, you ever stand up too quick and then almost lose consciousnness? I've done that a couple times.
You do that. You've made a point of saying that.
Yeah. I've done that. I've actually lost it once, but like as long as I I brace myself and kind of like, you know, kind of try to center myself, I can like gain it back. But like there's multiple times where it literally feels like I'm just on the verge of just falling over and passing out, but like I don't, and like I can actually feel my tongue go numb and shit like that. It's like, yeah, I can imagine like if I came while this was happening, it would feel really good. That's what gets you. I'm gonna slowly drive down that road. I'm gonna be in my fucking closet with a belt around my neck any day now.
So we need a vote, right? A round of hands for all those that are listening to this at any point. Should we have a T-shirt that says "I'm going to come thinking of breaking your bones"?
That is like the greatest meme. I wish I thought of that on the show. Like I would pat myself on the back every fucking day if I thought of that.
I mean, obviously, I would hope people would have to get the context because that'd be funny. Because I don't know if it's widely known enough to where they would get the joke, or if people would just be wearing a shirt like, "Why the fuck does it say this?"
Just show a screenshot of his text, the bubble around it, and it says that.
Yeah, it would have to have something to contextualize it, you know.
Very Chad.
Like, you know what? We wouldn't want to like steal his image, but you could literally have the screenshot where it says Army Hammer's name at the top of the text chat. You could have that. Oh, yeah. I'm going to come thinking of breaking your bones.
Like seriously, like I want that etched on my fucking tombstone. That's amazing. See, if I was him, like fuck. See, if only he didn't like wasn't already in trouble for maybe rapage, he could just be like fucking. If that leaked, I'd just look at that, see that I started the conversation out with that, and be like, I don't even care. That's Chad as fuck. Holy shit, this is like one of the most memorable scenes in a movie right here. They end up in the toilet.
I put a cropped version of that in the Discord, and I say just slap that bad boy on the chest or the back of a shirt as it is right there.
That's a fucking yeah, and just like we gotta editorialize in some way, so just underneath it put same, something like that. Agreed. Very Chad. See, this is our boy.
My body is ready or something. Yeah.
Our boy made that supercut of this scene, but it's fucking Jeff Daniels from Dumb and Dumber shitting on the toilet. That was donk.
Yeah, this is pretty insane,
Very
dude.
Chad.
Like they got a big view of his fucking black hole, man. His asshole opening up, and they saw the shit coming out. And so, you know, ever notice you ever notice how they do this in movies when shit like this happens? You know, he gets blown off the toilet, but when he's outside, he's got underwear on. How's his underwear up?
Because they didn't want to slip up and accidentally show his fucking...
Look at that. Look at... He's naked. He's naked. But he has it. But look, he's got his his underwear is on.
Because they got to do a wide shot now.
They do that all the time, and they act like people are shitting through their underwear.
A cartoon logic, yeah. Like, oh, his underwear wasn't up, but now it is. But like, we just didn't see him pull it up. I like how their car looks like it's covered in shit now, too.
I like how if you're what's your thought there? If you're getting cannonballed off of a fucking toilet and you're crashing through your house and your walls and the last thing you're gonna think about is pulling your underwear up. It's all happening so fast. You probably just want to, I don't know, make sure your head doesn't get fucking impaled with something.
Is it like pissing when you try to piss and you can't stop? Could he stop shitting? He's like, I can't stop. Once I start, it stays. And he's just still shitting.
I think your ass would clench. Up.
It would. I'm just fucking beaming right now.
Can you? Go ahead.
This is donk. Fucking lays the Mac down.
You can't do that today, man. Me too.
Exactly. Fucking they needed to fuck.
That's Richie Rich's mom.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I knew I seen her somewhere.
I mean, she's also in a lot of. She's in Black Sheep. I think she's in Black Sheep, right? Ain't she the crooked mayor?
Oh
Governor?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she's in a lot of stuff.
You think Macaulay hit that?
Probably, man. I mean, he never had the drive because he was always satisfied after fucking Michael. I think, you know.
Oh yes. Once you fucking go there, you like that'd ruin you for women.
Well, I just mean he never had cum brain because he was always emptied of his cum from the MJ. I think when he did Richie Rich, he was probably a little too old for Michael Jackson. To be honest with you, he was probably done.
Probably, yeah.
He probably went to conversion therapy, right, with Milo, and then he got straightened out, and then he started fucking hitting on his mom, and you know, Professor King Bean. Remember that guy?
Exactly. Fucking. You know what? Like I should be really openly like fucking political. Like, oh, fucking always be talking about politics. And then I can make a lot of money doing one of those, like, I left the left things. Like, you notice people make a lot of money doing that. We should do that.
What are we leaving?
Just come up with grifts and do it.
Gotcha.
Let's pick one. Fucking, I left the left. I left the right. We could do it, baby. We could make a bunch of money. Fucking get on there and talk about these fucking SJW. All liberals are these fucking SJW. Fuck them. They always want to cancel you. Canceling Dr. Seuss. Oh, this is a good shot where they pull that out.
Ew.
He got some meat.
That's actually kind of gross.
He got the meat stuck on it.
That's actually kind of fucking gross.
Yeah. Very Chad.
Oh.
He should have eat the fucking end off that. Like fucking, I wonder if it tastes like chicken.
That's actually kind of fucking gnarly and gross.
Exactly.
It reminds me of like pus from a whitehead or a blackhead when you're popping a blackhead and it just like comes out like a little fucking white worm. You know what I'm saying? That squiggly worm.
Mm-hmm. Fucking. I remember back in the day, there was this kid in my class named Blaze. Fucking
sounds cool.
He might have grown up to be Blaze your dead homie for all I know. He's a juggalo now.
Was that his real name or was that like a nickname he just came to school with and all the teachers all agreed to adopt it? Like, okay, fine.
That's the name he always. Everybody called him that. That's what he wrote on his papers.
What was his dad's fucking name?
His parents were stoners.
Dad's name was like Junkyard Dog or something.
Oh yeah, but I remember him because like he was always that kid you would catch eating his boogers. Like you're looking around the classroom, you just see him eating his boogers, and like I remember like we were talking about it. Me and one of my friends, he was like, I seen him fucking put his pencil in his fucking ear and suck on the fucking the eraser after. Like, and I didn't believe that. I was like, that's fucking gross. No way. I can't even fucking imagine that. And fucking I saw him do it one day. And like, yeah, I was just thinking like, I wonder if he ever like popped a fucking pimple or pulled out an infected hair and then like just take a taste of that fucking little, that splooge of the fucking, the fucking, what's that called? The
pus. The whitehead, the pus. Oh, yeah. Gross.
That fucking,
can't watch that Dr. Pimple Popper shit either. It's so nasty.
That skin jelly.
Gross, man. I remember I went to school with this one. Kids are dumb. I went to kindergarten with this kid named Paul, and I never met a kid before in my life that had a receding hairline, but this kid did, and he had the biggest forehead you ever did see. And he would do this thing, just unprovoked, where he would lay his big ass fucking forehead on the desk, and he would, like, with pressure, and he would slowly drag his forehead across, the fucking desk, making a noise.
Dude. That's why it got stretched out. Fucking
and
did it.
And then when he would like lift his head up and he'd have like a big fucking red streak and shit, like a bruise. Like, god dang, man.
That's what he was playing tug of war with his own forehead.
He had a mullet too, so it was like a skullet. It was really weird.
Chad.
Oh, speaking of mullet, you know what movie I watched last night? I watched Mulholland Drive for the first time and it had Billy Ray Cyrus in it. Like, what the fuck? Billy Ray Cyrus is in this.
Amazing.
You ever seen that?
I did a long time ago, and I was completely like, what the fuck is happening? I need to watch it again.
It was, yeah, it's, you know how we were having that chat about like Eyes Wide Shut and Kubrick and shit like that? You know, a movie like that, I get it. Like, Lynch is all about surrealism too, but that movie's like to the umpteenth power, and there was a lot to unpack about that movie, and some people fucking praise it like it's 10 out of 10. Some people say it's his best one, and it's just like, man, I don't even know what to rate it because it's just so out there. And I have to. I've been reading tons of like thesis shit on it and stuff like that. And yeah, now I'm starting to unpack it, but I have to kind of be told. Like I have to read other people's opinions because it's that fucking out there, right? You don't know what the fuck is going on. But it almost plays like a dream. Like some of it's a dream, some of it's not. But they don't tell you. It's almost like it's through your vantage point as if you were having a dream. Like random shit happens and it makes no fucking sense to what you're watching. And you literally have to. I literally asked myself. I would see something in that movie, and I'd be like, and they wouldn't address it, and I'd be like, was I blinking or was I looking at my phone? Did I miss something crucial? What the fuck? What does this mean? And I would rewind the movie. Like, did I miss something that explains what just happened? And it wouldn't.
It's probably supposed to feel like you're watching somebody's dream unfold or something.
Yeah, it really is. It's nuts. But you know, a lot of people say it's one of those movies where you're not really going to fully appreciate it till you watch it at least a second time.
Something about this, her face there, that alien creature's like face,
the Predator.
It reminds me of the bad guy from Banjo-Kazooie, like the doctor guy. Was that Banjo-Kazooie or am I thinking of Crash Bandicoot?
You're thinking of Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah. Oh, well, see, when she was green and half human, I would have fucked her there.
Fucking Banjo-Kazooie's Gruntilda the witch, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That actually looks more like Oddworld. He looked more like Munch's Odyssey or Abe's Odyssey, right? Oddworld games.
Mm-hmm.
Stranger's Wrath or something.
Look, we actually see the Martian die in a movie.
Good.
Fucking low T, Aaron. This is my favorite Martian. I love Christopher Lloyd. They're pumping the cum out of his stomach.
You ever watch Taxi?
The show?
Yeah.
I never did see that.
Fucking great show, and Christopher Lloyd's in it.
When it was on Nick at Night, I was a little too young to appreciate it.
I think it's one of the great American sitcoms, and it's great, man. It's got such like royalty in that show. You got Tony Danza, you got Christopher Lloyd, you got Danny DeVito, you got Judd Hirsch, you got obviously Mary Lou Henner, and then fucking what's it? What's his Kaufman? Andy Kaufman, and it's a good show.
I should check it out. It's probably not streaming anywhere.
Oh, I thought he was gonna. When I saw that, and I'm like, if this wasn't a Disney PG movie, he would have zapped him in the head, put those on his head. If it was any other movie,
that's what I thought. Yeah, probably would have killed him.
That's exactly what. And it looked like he was gonna do. It looked like he was gonna do it. Right? It was up. Had it up towards his head, but then he puts it on his butt. Like, would that make you pass? I don't know.
Probably not. Yeah. Fucking his suit. She put that thing on his chest, and his suit comes out, baby. Just lays on him and it gets on him. Fucking hell yeah. That's the kind of suit you want to buy.
It's like Iron Man.
It fixes itself.
Best Christopher Lloyd movie? I don't know if it's Back to the Future. It might be Addams Family Values. I love that movie.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'd probably think Back to the Future.
Okay, maybe I'll say this. Maybe best performance. I don't want to even talk about I get it, Back to the Future classic, but I think he's awesome as Uncle Fester. He's really funny.
He's always enjoyable in everything he's in, pretty much.
I used to think when I used to watch him as Uncle Fester, I'm like, man, did he put on all that weight for that movie? But I'm like, no. I mean, I thought it looked that good. Now it's obvious he's wearing like a bodysuit, and I was like, well, maybe he's wearing like some kind of prosthetic. His face looks so fat. Like, no, he's clearly scrunched up or whatever, right? He's like hunching his shoulders. He's all scrunched up, and he's wearing a bodysuit, and it just kind of makes him look fat all around. But they really did a good job with him.
Oh yeah, it's because he's a Chad. Fucking his jawline is second only to fucking Beans, as we saw earlier in the movie.
Discord. Remember when Inspector Gadget movie where the battery kept keeping him alive was removed and the power of tears and possibly brought him back? No, because Inspector Gadget came out kind of around this time where I was over it. I didn't really watch Disney movies, so I never saw Inspector Gadget. Did you?
I saw Inspector Gadget, yeah. Don't remember much about it, though.
See, Isn't
it a good thing that part from his car also powers his fucking spaceship? Very Chad.
Very convenient. When movies like this came out and Inspector Gadget, that's about the time when I realized my basement bedroom had cable access that my parents didn't know about. So I was spending my nights watching Cinemax and fucking C-grade softcore porn and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And that's back in the days when I would stay up all night long and watch, you know, because after hours, you know, VH1 and MTV would actually play music videos nonstop. Right. And so I would watch that stuff too. I have fond memories of that.
Trying to make a contribution to Jar Jar Piss.
Okay. I have fond memories of those days, like in the late 90s, back when I was super impressionable and I really, you know, liked everything a lot more. Like music was more impressive to me. Discovering movies was impressive to me, you know, because everything was new, right? You had so much to experience for the first time. So I used to love staying up super late on the weekends and just watching music videos and the kind of after hours TV that would come on and shit like that. And the random movies on Cinemax that I'd never seen before. Just good times. I miss it. Okay, is Zach pissing? Is that what's going on here? Yeah.
The smell of that just like almost knocked me out, baby.
Yeah, I didn't hear you pissing.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh, it was a dank piss.
So this is where
You'd have a boner right now if you could have heard that.
this is where Agent J and K should show up, and it should end on a crossover.
Oh yeah, this is a goofy fucking. This with this effect right here. Amazing.
Yeah, and they're gonna turn.
That was very Disney Channel original movie. That effect.
So how come when he gets turned into an alien because he eats that fucking gum? First of all, I thought it was gonna be a gag, like, oh, I found some of the gum, and it was like bird shit or something, or like a bunny rabbit shit. I thought he was gonna be eating shit or something.
That would have been better.
I thought that's what it was going to be. But he actually finds the gum, and Wallace Shawn turns into an alien. My question is, why does he turn into an alien that looks just like Christopher Lloyd's alien, but everybody else doesn't turn? You know what I mean? Like the girl, she turned into like that fucking Abe's Odyssey fucking thing, that big monster.
Yeah.
How does that work?
He said that like, oh yeah, it makes me look like a human. If you ate it, it make you look like one of us. But yeah, it didn't say like, yeah, it's weird that she was, I guess it depends on which one he gives them. Yeah, because the different gums make you turn into
did she have the black one? Remember that black one? He said you never go.
Yeah.
Maybe he gave her that one. Okay.
It was that one, yeah. Fucking very Chad. See, we need a sequel where they're just hanging out, fucking going around, fucking being favorite Martians and shit.
He's got a beard.
When I watched this, it made me like, I was in that mood. I was in like nostalgia mode for like the first half, and I was like, man, after this is over, I'm gonna watch fucking like, I'm gonna see if First Kid is on here. I never saw that. I want some fucking Sinbad goodness.
It's on there.
Yeah.
You never saw First
I
Kid?
never saw it.
And you never said this?
By the time this was over, though, it was like 4:00 in the morning, which is when I usually fall asleep.
First Kid's better. I'm biased because I actually grew up watching First Kid, so that's probably all the difference. But First Kid is on there, and that's a fun movie.
That was on the bottom of his shoe when he eats it. Amazing.
Yeah, so that's why I thought it was gonna be shit. It was gonna be the last gag, like, because that's the kind of humor you have in a Disney movie: fart jokes, poop jokes.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was gonna be shit, man. Like,
now he sees what fucking, like, basically he accidentally swallows it, and now he's stuck, and they think he's the
he looks
alien,
like
so he's
got hands like Benny on Total Recall now.
Oh yeah, hands like Benny, moves like Jagger. Very Chad.
No, but what was I gonna say? No, First Kid's interesting because it's a pretty ahead of the game, man. That movie came out in the 90s, and a big part of the story is like about cyber chatting and shit like that, and people on the other end aren't who they seem and shit, right?
Mm.
I guess Strangeland did that too, right? With D. Snyder and shit like that.
Mm.
So I guess it was a thing, but we're talking back in the AIM days, right? Is that what that would be? AOL?
Oh yeah. Now Elizabeth Hurley's a crazy fucking like protesting alien truther here.
Yeah, that's funny.
Very Stacy. See on the fucking movie.
So why is Daryl Hannah dressing like a normal person now, not like a fucking nerdy chick who needs a shower.
Because
Now she's dressing like you think Daryl Hannah would dress.
They always do that thing where it's like, oh, the nerdy girl that, he didn't have a crush on before. They were just friends. But like, oh yeah, when she lets her hair down or takes her glasses off, she could like be the prom queen. Like that fucking movie with fucking Rachel Lee Cook or whatever. And then she just disappeared.
She's all that.
And now they're doing a sequel to that movie. You see that?
With Freddie Prinze Jr. and Rachel Lee Cook?
They're doing He's All That. It's a fucking reboot where they're the parents now. Fucking.
So it's just a gender swap remake.
Yeah.
Like they did for What Women Want. They did the What Men Want a couple years ago. And that was not a very good movie. And that had Tracy Morgan.
I'm hilarious. Fucking Chad Tracy.
He got into a bad car accident and sued Walmart for a shit ton of money. It was a Walmart truck.
It was at Walmart? Oh.
Yeah, it's like limo or whatever he's getting transported around, and fucking a Walmart truck. They got into a car accident, and it was the Walmart truck's fault. And he almost died, remember? He was in the hospital.
You could sue Walmart, not the truck driver or whatever?
Oh, no. Yeah, they sued Walmart, and he was in rehabilitation for a long time, and I think the driver of the car or somebody else in the car died, and he almost died, and there was a settlement. He got a lot of fucking money.
See, this is like the ending I always expected in like movies where something like this would happen. It's like they always got to go home at the end. It's like, why not just like stay and hang out? Like, do you ever remember thinking that as a kid? Like, fucking, well, what's making them go back? Like, they always put it at the end because it's like, oh, the kid has to learn that, like, you always, nothing lasts forever. But, like, as a kid, it's like, fucking, why did Ben Savage go back up out of the monster world? Why not just hang out with Maurice and, in Little Monsters? Why is this a goodbye? Why can't he just come back the next night?
Like he did the whole movie.
But, like, in this movie, they actually do it. It's like, I just decided I'm going to stay. Very Chad.
But I don't understand though. Does he not have anybody back home that cares about him? Why do you want to go home so bad if he clearly he can leave it that easily for a stranger?
He wants to stay to eat that ice cream.
That's right. So you ate two of those. You ate two of those like Tubbs things.
Fucking the blue ribbon ones. The fucking 1 gallon. Fucking 2 of those.
You know what you should do? You know what you do? The trick is, don't buy more. Like me, if I buy certain shit, I will eat it. So I don't buy certain stuff.
Yeah.
So just buy the pints, right? Buy like weighing yourself. Buy like 2 Ben and Jerry pints instead of 2 fucking gallons.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fucking very Chaz.
Look at him beating off at the end. A zoot.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Roll
so yeah,
credit.
I think this movie was just a little, outside of my time. I didn't watch it when I was a kid, so.
Written by Sherry Stoner. She was blazing while she was writing this movie.
Yeah. So what do you think of it, though? My opinion is I would have liked it better had I seen it when I was a little kid. But, seeing it through the eyes I have now, it's like a 5 out of 10 for me personally.
That's
fine.
what I thought, too.
But like I said, I totally get it. This movie wasn't made for me, a 35-year-old guy. It was made for a kid. So totally no harm there at all. So it's not really a dig at this movie.
Wasn't fucking, it's like I crossed it off the list. It's like I watched that. Hell yeah. Fucking, I didn't regret watching it. Wasn't like super like fucking fanboying out over it, but it was like, hell yeah. Like if you can do that as a kid movie for an adult, like, you didn't do too bad.
Yeah, no, for sure. Let me see if there's any comments I should read. I'll read a couple. Invasion of the Body Snatchers, right? We did that a couple weeks back. We had Cinema Anima last week, so I think it was one we did before that. Ishmael Permew says the Beetlejuice references are strong in this one. It could be.
Oh yeah.
Witch King, he says Godzilla Vanilla will be my rap name. That Godzilla versus Kong movie, man. So I didn't watch any of I didn't watch the Kong Skull Island. I didn't watch the Godzilla movies that came before it. But I figured whatever. This is the ultimate popcorn movie, So I'm like, that's fine. I just told the lady to catch me up, and I watched Godzilla vs Kong. I figure I see one. I've seen them all. And I watched it, and total right choice, by the way, because the story is so fucking thin. There's really nothing there. And it's literally big monkey go boom, smash lot, big lizard destroy stuff.
Big monkey.
And
Everybody needs to go for big monkey sometimes. We all go a little big monkey.
And it was fine. It was a 5 out of 10. I don't see how those movies. It's no different than a Marvel movie, right? It's just junk food. A lot of CGI. Everybody's going nuts about a giant King Kong and a giant Godzilla fighting, but it's all CG rendered. Like every little bit. It's almost like you're watching a Pixar movie. It's like, okay.
That's exactly how I felt about the other two Godzilla movies, the newer ones.
But this movie, I mean, they did the right thing by making it. That's the way it should have been. It should have been kind of soulless and just a big. Because you would have been disappointed if they would do it the other way. It's called Godzilla vs. King Kong or whatever. And if it was all about the people and then they just only fight at the end. I think people will be pissed. So it is a lot of them battling and shit, and the rest of the story is shallow and secondary, and the humans really don't matter. So it's kind of what I think it probably needed to be. But yeah, it's just when you have that being the meat and potatoes of your movie, it just feels like watching a Pixar thing. It's like, okay, great.
The series did kind of become, that anyway, like guys in suits fighting. Like the first ones, it was it was kind of like making a statement about fucking he's a big walking tank pretty much that fucking he shoots fire and it burns people up, and then fucking they had to measure all the radiation that's left behind in his wake. Obviously they made that 10 years after we dropped the bomb on him, so basically it was kind of the monster is the evil that men do, and the end of it had this big kind of wraparound where they sacrifice themselves to the guy that created it sacrifices himself to kill the monster, and it's fucking human beings, we can all come together and fucking and kill it, we could end the wars and shit. But they as it went on, it was just fucking guys in suits, fun.
Yeah, and everybody's losing their shit over it, but I just think that's a result of the everybody being deprived of movies. And so this is the movie that's actually doing pretty well. It's the first one since all this shit happened in the world started. And I think it had a $30 million opening weekend, which considering, what we're still dealing with, that's a lot of money, right? Maybe would have done more in a pre-pandemic, but so everybody, I just think people are hungry and everybody's talking about everybody's going to see Kong vs. Skull Island in a theater. So, and everybody's talking about how great it is. And I'm like, I wonder, would you guys really, would it be getting this well received if it wasn't a pandemic? That's all I'm saying. It's okay, but it's definitely a lowest common denominator movie. And I don't mean that in an insulting way. I just mean it it's a casual goers movie. Like people that want to go to the cinema, eat popcorn, and watch big shit blow up. It definitely does the trick there. For me, it's like a 5 out of 10. It was fine. It was take it or leave it for me. And I got to say something about Millie Bobby Brown. I was saying this in our chat with Goat, but I don't get it. I've never really seen her act before. I know I've seen Stranger Things, but she doesn't really talk much in that first season of Stranger Things. So I couldn't really go off much. But she's in this movie, and I guess she was in the last Godzilla movie, and she ain't a very good actress at all. Everything she say is so forced and overacted. It kind of comes off like she's on, I don't know, some kind of after school special. It's not good. And her American accent is kind of fucking odd. And I get it. You don't have to necessarily be the best actor or actress in the world, but you have to have some kind of screen presence. Arnold Schwarzenegger's not a good actor, but you can't deny the guy doesn't have screen presence. He's charismatic. He's a star. He's got all this other stuff going for him. But Millie Bobby Brown, I mean, what is it? She doesn't have any charisma. She's not a good, she's a cute girl. Is that it? There's a lot of cute girls.
She's got a concrete cock. She is a Chad. You just don't see it. You will one day see the Chad that lies beneath the surface.
The Chad that lies beneath. That
you will get Millie Bobby Brown pilled, if you know what I mean.
I think when you start going soft, Zach, and you release your acoustic, I'm wearing a fucking turtleneck on the cover album, it should be called what was it? What did you say? The Chad what? What was that title? It was great.
I forgot already.
I know. I was going to go somewhere with that and I already forgot it. The Chad under fuck.
The inner Chad? Okay. The inner Chad?
No, that wasn't it. See, I guess it wasn't that good because I forgot it by the time I got to the end of my anecdotes.
I'm just fucking talking out of my ass all the time.
Okay. The Chad. All right. Anyway, that was a bit of a detour talking about Kong vs. Skull Island. All right. Witch King also said funny rap songs for movies. It doesn't get better than the Addams Family version of Whoop, There It Is. Yeah, whoop, the Addams Family. There it is. Yeah, they really milked that, man. The tag team, they were milking that song and doing all kinds of versions for that song. And now they're back again, right? They're on like is it a Progressive or an Aflac commercial or something?
Oh, yeah.
You've seen that? You know what I'm talking about? So they're like, yeah, man, there's one last teat to fucking milk of this song. It's 30 years later.
Why haven't they got Ben Affleck to be the Affleck fucking spokesperson yet?
I don't know. Let's see here. Which King, LOL, that Quantum Leap story. Okay, yeah, the story about me and Todd, we bonded over our love of Scott Bakula and us needing a father figure in our lives. Yeah, it's pretty weird.
Gay for Scott Bakula. You guys should make a podcast called Gay for Scott Bakula.
That would be funny.
You review every episode of Quantum Leap. I would listen. On
our Ken Park Cinema Anima, Jello783, he just all caps, Patrick Starr. Yeah, he plays the dad getting cucked by that little boy in that movie.
Hot.
How would you feel if you were getting cucked by a fucking like 15-year-old?
I would be honored, yeah. Very much so.
Let me see. And Invasion of the Body Snatchers, we got Mendoza, the great Mendoza. He says, thank you guys for doing this commentary. One of my first jobs was at a restaurant that was a bit of freewheeling. One of the cooks was a heroin addict who would shoot up in the bathroom. All the employees were shady. I had a zip-up sweater stolen from me by one of my coworkers, and my boss was a dick. One time I looked over at the heroin addict, and he was swaying back and forth. I was afraid that he was going to fall face first on the huge restaurant griddle. Follow That Bird is also an awesome movie. So you know why those people are like that? You know why you got your hoodie stolen? It's because everybody you worked with was probably an ex-convict. See, that's the thing. That's the bad and the good of working in like a Village Inn or something, because the good is they will give people second chances. You know, you can get a job there that if you have served time or you're just getting out of prison, right? Because, you know, those type of people seem to understand a little bit more. They also don't pay a lot. So whatever, you don't have to have an education. But at the same time, it's also one of those jobs you'll work coming up, like when you're just building experience. So you could be totally a guy that's clean and don't have a record and all that shit. And you're just kind of using it as a stepping stone to where you want to be. And you got to work with those people that's not their stepping stone. This is kind of like their plateau, you know? Oh, yeah. But lots of good people in the restaurant industry, though. A lot of real people. That's what I'll say. Let's see. Mendoza, he also asks, how about doing a commentary for the movie Tommy Boy?
Oh, yes.
And then, while this machine kills, he tagged onto that and he said, I second that. So I think that means we have to do it. Where we're going to find room for it, I don't know. Because what do we have to do net left for this month?
Oh, yeah. We got a couple.
What do we got left? Yeah,
we got Halloween. We got Midsummer. Fucking, there's at least one more I want to say.
Yeah, so. But we have heard your concerns, and Tommy Boy is going to happen. We'll just see if we can get it in this month. Let's see. 1 second. And then Pet Sematary. Oh, I love this one. I always like it when we get the negative feedback, too. I welcome all of it. Pet Sematary, 1989 commentary. Dr. Deadbeat, I hope you guys have day jobs. Joke's on him. We do. Zach has a night job.
Exactly. Very fucking low T on this motherfucker. Beta.
Yeah. I wonder what he does for a living. By the way, why would he assume that we're making a living on YouTube, by the way? Like 0.00001% people make a living on YouTube. Why would he think we don't have day jobs? Fucking idiot.
Exactly.
Like how very that's what I was thinking. Like, I hope you guys have day jobs. I'm thinking that's very considerate of you. I mean, because obviously we have to have day jobs. I'm glad he's concerned that we are employed. Okay. All right, Sam Lombardo. I'm just gonna read the Cinema Anima shit because we always forget to. We don't really read on Cinema Anima, so why not? Let me see. You know what? Fuck. Should we start reading on Cinema Anima? Should we? Yeah, we do. I want to stay consistent, so I won't read it. My bad. I'm sorry. But anyway, I'll stop there. That was the thing, man. Look, it's asking me if I want to watch Inspector Gadget next on Disney Plus, and the answer is no.
It was listening to our conversation.
Yeah, he was. All right. Look at the picture. Oh, that's from cruising, right? Fuck yes, his prostate's gonna feel good. Okay, so guys, thank you guys so much for joining us in this episode. So next week, what are we doing, Zach? Do we know the movie we're gonna do next week?
either Halloween or something else. We'll look.
We'll let you know.
We're gonna keep Midsummer for last, or basically, we basically just need to do that whenever we feel like doing a 2-hour long movie, 2 hours and 30-minute long movie.
It's really tempting. So, as of this recording, this next week, I'm working and I got a lot of house shit to do, and then the next week, I close on my house and I move in. And starting in 2 weeks on Friday, I am off for like 10 days. That's when I want to get extra caught up on our Ash vs. Evil Deads. I would love to be able to do that extra long fucking commentary maybe during that time period because, it's so long. And hopefully we'll be doing, and I'll even take advantage if we can do a few lives. I totally will, because the lives are becoming more and more fun. Those are becoming some of the more fun things to do, to be honest with you. So, but anyway, one last reminder, if you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe to the YouTube if that's where you found us. Hit the notification bell and please like the video. That's the most important thing as well. And then hit the notification bell. And likewise, if you guys want to be on the go with us and follow us on podcast free feeds, that's how I like to do it. Do so. We're on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, and also leave us feedback over there as well. It helps us out a great bunch. And if you guys want to support us any extra, we do have a Patreon for the low contribution of $2 per month. You can gain access to our private Discord feed. We do have a public Discord for everybody. So definitely follow the links to join that. Those are a hoot. But we have a private Discord and you're allowed to come in when we are recording these and we will, correspond with you, answer questions and all that good stuff. You can be a part of the show and also be a part of stuff like we've been doing the last month and probably into the next month. We're letting you guys basically dictate what we watch. The movie we just did was a selection from a Patreon supporter. And also we have things like Mac and Zach Save the World. I think you guys are about to drop a exclusive episode. You guys do one about once a month and that one's about to go up, right? What is it? Critters 2? What'd you guys do?
We did fucking Three Ninjas International cut. Critters 2 is the one I did with our boy the Goat from Movie Graveyard. That should be either out now or out tomorrow on Easter, baby.
There you go. And so, so that exclusive Mac and Zach episode is only on the Patreon. Likewise, Zach and I have committed to doing the entire series of Ash vs. Evil Dead. We've got 4 posted as of right now on the Patreon. I know we've got another 2 in the can they might be up. I don't know what Zach's got going on, but we're going to keep those pumping out. There's 30 episodes of that total. So that's a lot of fun. And not to mention you get all your content early access as well. We shoot for the 3-day thing. So amongst other shit, there's all kinds of stuff on there. So just check it out. We got linked below. And lastly, the last shill of the night is we have a Teespring. If you guys wanted to support us while wearing something actually tangible, we have t-shirts. So check out the links to the Teespring. They always kick us back a healthy profit from those, and those help and go a long way. So that's all I got.
Duds.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm dead serious, man. We need to get a shirt. We need to get a shirt that says fucking, what was it again? I'm going to look it up. Did you see the image I shared?
Hell yes.
Yeah, I'm going to come thinking of breaking your bones. That's fucking awesome, man. So, all right. And what is he going to do? Sue us? He didn't like it. Like, exactly. Hey, I said that. You
that's
can't
my
take that.
Intellectual property.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, guys, that's all we got. We'll chat with you guys next week. I'm having a stroke. What did I just say? I'll chat. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We'll chat with you guys next week. Bye, puppets.
End of the week at the Revival House. Next month's theme, you gotta figure it out. Italian zombies or Pauly Shore, a slasher with a knife and the girl next door, and 1 second in, get it all queued up and ready, hit play in 3, 2, 1. Bye bye puppets, Zach Pete in a solo cut band. Couldn't miss Cameron's love and Josh and Scott failed and Riverman's babe. Bye bye puppets. Sounds good, like this country used to.
All right, recording. Good. Let me pull the movie back up.
I definitely want that etched on my tombstone. Like that's my quote I want to be known by. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. So let's pull our cocks out, rub them together till we come.
All right.
Fucking words to live by.
Let's see here.
Oh yeah.